Alright, it's the Turnabout Goodbyes, Day 3, the trial. We have a new suspect on our hands, an old man who likes to be referred to as Dad. He is very old, and he likely is the murderer. Phoenix, right, ace, attorney. Court is now in session for the trial, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Not this guy again. Very well, apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who is the judge here anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well, no opening statements, so. Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. With a not guilty verdict. I forgot we're dealing with him. Order, order. Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Bah, once you question everything, this will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I'll call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. The brain damage, bro. Witness, state your profession. I'm the proprietor of the restaurant, The Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah. I predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. You don't get... Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. Thank you, Judge. Well, I'm not really sure, yep. What do you mean? My memory. Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we, witness? It's definitely him. Like, it's so obvious. I don't know if he's the murderer per se, but he definitely is the one who escaped way back when. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yep. Murder. Guilty. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating down the lake. Then I heard another bang. I'm confused. Like, was someone shooting at? Like, I'm so confused because it was left hand. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. I hate this guy. There's nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now. Yes, Mr. Wright? Yes, I'm gonna cross-examine. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well, you may begin. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. Look at him sway. Rock-a-bye, baby, on the treetop. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. A parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy. Keith? The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. Where did the bang seem to come from? From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Yep. Good. Continue. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figure there was 2 men out there, sir. But you couldn't see them clearly. Yep. At that time, that is. At that time? Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. By your window? Yep, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. Not gonna lie, I can't hear anything. So, this is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. Tisk. I hate this man. I have a bad feeling about this. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. What? Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad. Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by too. Witness, are you sure that person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him! That Edgeworth boy! And he died. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. On karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Tisk. Nick! I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I better act quick, or this is going to be over. Objection! I don't know what a hearsay! Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And the photographs showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly! That's easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You're ignoring the truth of the matter. Everyone in the witness's testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Objection! Objection! Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead, but his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie, shut up! No one asked you. In a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please, can you hear me, sis? Please, channel your sister. Tisk.
What is going on?
There's
Wait, what's the case?
So it's a long story. It's a really long story, actually. Okay. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough. The witness may leave the stand. He's sleeping on the stand. My old rival is accused of murder. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Oh, please channel your dead sister. I need help. What's going on?
What the frick?
Are you okay?
No, I'm confused. I just opened it and it sprayed everywhere.
It's the dead sister being channeled. She's in the room.
What the frick?
This case is extremely clear.
And it sprayed everywhere.
Whoops. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No! Objection! Objection! The This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, guilty. Wait. The accused will surrender the court immediately.
He wants him to be guilty?
We need to find him not guilty.
Why?
Did I just lose?
Wait, why do you have to find him not guilty?
Did I lose? Okay, no. Wait. Oh no.
What just happened?
I don't know. Oh, did she just act out in court again?
What?
Who is that?
Spilling everywhere.
Me! Huh? What? Wait, Larry! What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot! I heard it too! He just jumped on the witness stand. Order! Objection! What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. Hi. I thought you were on this side. It's a good game. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here they all sweat. In the audience, listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. Edgy. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Order the court. Order the court. I will have order. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry, he could make things even worse. Oh. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right, okay. Your Honor. Lot of lore. If there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak in my opinion. Dun, dun, dun. All court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. Issues.
I'm giving you content.
Content. Torture. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? Gavel. I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now! What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess.
Why does Von Karma want him to be guilty?
Because he's a prosecutor. Prosecutors always want a guilty verdict. In this game, at least. After that, we will hear this new witness.
I feel like shouldn't their job be to be like, oh,
Court
we want the right one?
is adjourned. Nah, they just want guilty people. This is Japan. Everything is always guilty. Woo! That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night. Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found the balloon and the air tank that night. Yeah. Stop it. No weapons. Your weapons are your words here.
It's just gonna be a parrot on your shoulder.
No parrot. I don't need a parrot.
Parrot.
No parrot. Stop. You were a menace. We don't need the menace right now. Save the menace for Undertale. Hey, Edgeworth. I see the parrot. Huh? You say something right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? That's such a good point. Oh. Was it premeditated murder, but he didn't go through with it? When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. I see. Right. Yeah. This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything's on Larry now. Go, Larry. Go, Larry. Go, 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 Larry. Oh, boy. Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. Witness testimony. That night, I was in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something and found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop deck. What the heck? Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. What the heck? That was an unusual, vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Well, okay. First of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 o'clock when I went out into the boat. By the time everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour? Looking for something? Yeah. What were you looking for? Objection. What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. This is all irrelevant, so let's get it over with. Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figure I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around 12 o'clock, yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Order, order. Well, Mr. Butz. Whoa, whoa. Everyone just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Oh, okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case. So you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh. Well, Nick? It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions. Sorry, I wish I could be more helpful. I just wish I could call my sister. What? What do you mean? What are you talking about? I'm confused. I guess let's present the photo. Okay, let's go with the lake photo. Hey! Why are they yelling at me? This is rude. I'm confused. What are they getting at? You didn't see a boat, and I showed you the picture of the boat. Nope. Okay. They're yelling at me. I already pressed him on all this stuff. It's fine. Worst case scenario, we just start over. Okay, no boat. This one shows a boat. No, this one doesn't show a boat. I don't know. Let's do Lotta's testimony, maybe? There it is. Now the music stops. Wait a second. What? You only heard one bang? You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? What? What? You only heard 1 gunshot, are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I, might have missed the younger gunshot. I was listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones. What? You wouldn't have missed a gunshot. Mr. Butz, you were listening to the radio with your headphones. Yeah, so what? That's a crime? I listen to my radio. Everyone listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness, nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should we continue his testimony? Your Honor, please. Please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Huh. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well. Please give your testimony, and be sure to include your details, like your radio. Right. Leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud, like, but I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too. You were listening to your radio at a high volume. Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe his testimony. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. It's cross-examination. I'm already almost out of lives, but that's fine. Wait, what did the DJ say? Mr. Wright, please cease this pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said to us do? Indeed, Mr. Von Kamm has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask him? Fine, very well. Please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Hey, it's almost Christmas. I heard a gunshot. Are you sure? Of course I am. She has this real... maybe Von Kamm was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. But there's one gleaming ray of hope in there. I gotta press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. The 24th or the 25th. Is this one gonna work? They don't like my evidence. They're rude. That does prove it. You guys just aren't on my wavelength. They're saying my evidence doesn't count, and it does. They just aren't on my wavelength. It's a long story. I can't.
Tell me.
Nope. Okay, let's try. Yep, that's wrong too. Gosh, dang it. Alright, hold on. Now they're gonna yell at me. Okay. It was all a bad dream. We are back. Nothing happened. We did not lose. Alright, let's press on that. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real saucy voice. What's the program you're listening to? Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Let's see. Real booming loud? Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on. Yep. I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? Oh wait, I already did this. Okay. There's gotta be some sort of evidence I need to present. Okay. It's almost Christmas. So we had that. Let's see what we got here. Just after midnight. Yeah, that's right. Okay. They're all saying the same thing. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better... No, I don't scare that easy. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But that contradicts the two testimonies we have heard so far, Your Honor. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order, order. What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard the gunshots before midnight. There were 3 shots out of the gun. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think? Larry's right. There's 3 shots out of the gun. 3. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. I have the proof. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim? Show me the evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. Look at the gun. It was fired 3 times. Stupid. This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order, order, the court. I guess that would make sense out of the yesterday's testimonies. Objection. Bah, you waste our time again with your empty statements. Yes, the pistol was fired 3 times. But do you have any proof that it was fired before midnight? Do you have any proof that the witness didn't just think he heard something? Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Do you have evidence that proves there was a gunshot before midnight? Do you have evidence? Yes, I do. It was the picture. Present. Take that! Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh yeah. But there's nothing on the link in the picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in the photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Aha. Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, there was a gunshot at the time that Larry claims. I've been saying that this whole time. Order, order. That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. This is true. There were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? What's wrong, Nick? I have it! You do? Huh? Remember the case with the steel samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya, yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch and I'm going to run with it. Right. I mean, is it safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick. What is he on? Okay. Your Honor? Yes, Mr. Wright? The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. It has? What am I missing here? What do you mean, Mr. Wright? Tisk, tisk, tisk. So you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself. Nope. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was at the lake. This was shown by the witness's photo. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on the boat. I bet maybe Edgeworth was being shot at? There was a gunshot fired on that boat and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 0:15, but Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the two men on the boat are. What? Okay. It's Edgeworth and someone. I don't know. It's Miles Edgeworth and Robert Hammond. Yes, I believe you are mad. That is exactly what I've been telling the court this whole time. You're agreeing with me, and yet what did you just say? That Robert Hammond had been killed 25 minutes before the shot on the boat? Yes, that's what I said. I was just testing you, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, your client has already been declared guilty once. I'm going to have to penalize you for this foolishness. Oh. Okay, I tried. No, I just lost like 1 point. It's okay. Maybe it was the murderer in Hammond? Okay, let's try that. I'm just gonna keep trying until I get the right one. What are you saying? That contradicts what you just told the court. Okay, well, do you know what? That's fine. This is why... Crash or burn. Not the crash and burn. It's fine. We're almost at the end of this episode, I'm pretty sure. So it doesn't matter that I got it wrong twice. It's Edgeworth and the murderer. Yeah, that's what I said the first time. Of course it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. I'm not on your wavelength right now, Miles. I'm very confused. Or not Miles, whoever. Phoenix, Nick, whatever. What, are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous! Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name? Right, it's... I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Bah! Again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. Huh? The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. That's what I said. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond, the caretaker of the boat shop. Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat? What? Well then, where did the murder take place? In the boat shop. Take that! Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. The way he could meet with a victim, or that way he could meet with a victim without anyone seeing. Objection! Objection! Do you prove that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony if you will. Not him wandering around in the boat. That night he was out in the lake in the boat searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then just as he's starting to head home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat? The boat shop. Da-da-da-da. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might be able to figure this out. I'm running out of chances here. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness. The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice, to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. The plot thickens. Judge, very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Oh no, that's not good. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry. I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him, quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I'll extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. I know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. Yay! Hey, Nick, you did it! Yeah, well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but... I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed. A memory of a murder. Huh?